Can we do 173? Can't synthesize that value. Boo! Liquid 999? Oh! No way! Ah! Hello everybody and welcome back to the SCP bathroom stream. We have 1974 that I'm going to be dipping into. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. No, not really. We're playing Go Home Annie. It's going to be fantastic. We're in the corridor of wonders, filled with delights from which we've never seen before in the SCP Foundation. So I'm very excited. Ooh, also a little bit of paper. Taking a bucket of 354 and locking it into a room is not replication. It's idiocy. Oh! 354's the Red Lake. I talked about it ages ago in like one of the games we played. I think it was all about 354 actually. Or the red, yeah, it could be the lake. This thing just like is like a portal to different places and it just like spawns bosses or big boss entities. So that's very cool. But we'll get back to that, I'm sure, at some point in the future. For now, we have a level 1 keycard. Grants access to the replication chamber and SCP replicator testing areas where we currently are. And for our objectives, we have to find a way into the offices on the upper floor where that whiny man is currently telling us to do things. And also to test SCP replica of 914, the clockwork machine. Cool. Very, very cool. So I will probably read the information about the SCPs that are probably a little bit more in common, like 3521. We'll probably go down the Red Lake for a little bit. 9174 we can have a look at. Whatever the hell this might be, we'll have a look at. Maybe it's the level 6, so it's a big one. But for something like 914, where we've seen it tons and tons of times before, we'll probably just do a bit of a quick summary here. So let's see, we got 6448, which is exciting. It said here you have to sneak past the camera. I don't know if we can be detected. Whether it detects movement. I'm gonna go real quick. This is the breach site. Don't detect me. Don't do it.
I know you had something to do with this. I can't prove it, but I can't disprove it either. Rest assured that your friend will be caught, and he will squeal. If your name comes up as even a passing thought in between his screams of agony, you will be keeping him company in that cell. I can promise you that.
Wow. Okay, so we're still a D-class in some people's eyes. Wow, ouchies. But I guess that... Okay. Means we're probably not getting through there, which means we're probably not going to be testing 914? So instead we'll have to find a way into the offices. Okay. There was a few power outages that the bathtub maybe caused. Maybe that's what we need to get through there. Let's go assess our situation. So here we are in decontamination, and we need to get up to Mr. Man's office. This looks cool as hell, the replication chamber. The liquid replicator. There's a lot of cool things going on there. Yeah, this is the guy that escaped, the one that he's currently blaming us for. It's the not deer, whatever that means. And then 914's right at the end of the corridor, so we can't test it. Well, actually, we probably can. You know what? We didn't get killed for going down there. If the camera detects us and the door closes, so what? Yeah, I could probably sneak into it. Well, I don't know if I want to. You know what? Let's just try and break the game. Let's just go. Come on. Come on. Okay. Ooh. Containment Unit A32. 6448. What the hell is going on? Oh, is this the day that we let it out? The not deer? This reminds me of X-Men when they had Wolverine kind of locked up in a little cell like this. They just let him go havoc on the facility and it killed everything and everyone. Oh well, let's let it out. What's the worst that can happen? We'll be the first to take a look at the not deer in the flesh. Or not. So maybe we were pals back in the day? Site coordinator decided that we were kind of in league with it? I mean, this is no Shawshank Redemption. It definitely didn't use a spoon to get out of here. Christ. Well, that's all we get to see. Ooh! Slide item through. What is going on in here? Oh, I like this. The breaking and entering. Oh, we can give something through. Interesting. Okay. So at some point, we're probably going to need a way to get in there. Oh, and that's 914. I recognize it from the demo. Right. Okay, lots of mysteries. So I presume if I try to sneak past here fully, then it's going to tell me that it's all kind of locked up. Ooh, nice, all the way through. 1507. This is fun. I don't even know what it is, but I'm excited. I've always wanted one of these. If I ever get a house, you gotta remind me to get one of these. The pink flamingo. It's every Sim's dream to own a pink flamingo. Well, this is a double lockdown here on 914. Intense. It's only a level 1 though, so we do have access to it. Deposit our items. I guess we do that for testing. And we'll have a quick look. So this is going to be like a big old long explanation of 914. And we've played many games with 914, so I'm going to kind of save you the trouble here. But down here is probably the more useful information, which is what they did to replicate it. So 914R, replication status partial. Parts for 914 were sourced from 914's original location. Still unable to replicate some functionality, forced to simplify selection panel, so you've only got coarse and 1-to-1 and fine, which mostly work as intended. No matter the input material, the rough setting produces an unidentifiable liquid, and the very fine setting produces seemingly nothing. No trace of the input material is detectable when set to very fine. Further testing of the coarse, 1-to-1 and fine settings with various input materials has been approved by the site coordinator. It is the staff's opinion that once these settings results exhibit no differences from the original SCP-914, the rough and very fine settings will start to behave as intended. Interesting. Ooh, keep doing that. So we've only got a partial 914, which is cool. Go have a look. I guess I'll dump my items for the purpose of testing. I have to remember to retrieve them. Do I get to keep my level 1? Or am I now stuck here? I'm watching you. This is feeling super duper SCP-like. This is what I want in a game. I want to be able to jump into a test chamber like this, and then just be faced with it. The creature. The entity. And look at the design on this. This is really cool. I think 914, the actual picture on the wiki, only has a few cogs as what it looks like. So you really do have a lot of freedom here. And this really does kind of like illustrate that perfectly. And the little booths designed for little people to go and sit in. Or normal people, not even little. Okay, enough oogling. We've got a cross, we've got a tape measure, and we got to just deposit some more of our items. Interesting. A few things up top. A couple of little wardrobes. I'm going to go have a look. I love the soundtrack, by the way. This little kind of inquisitive bell. Like some mystery is afoot. Secrets to discover. Oh, and here's our little slide-through panel. Ah, so we might be able to slide one of the items, like the tape measure or the cross that we need. Maybe it's not so much about sliding things, from the cage to here, and more about sliding things from here to the cage. Genius. Okay, so we have to test some things, so we may as well test some things, right? So you assume that 1-to-1 does what 1-to-1 does, right? We put something in, we hit 1-to-1, we're going to get the same thing out, right? I assume that's what's going to happen. Beep boop bop. Start. Oh, it's happening! I don't think I've seen it happen yet. Very cool. And then we get the same item. Perfect. Cool. That theory holds true. So what happens when we put something on course? Try the tape measure again. This time we're going to set it to course. We should get something new. And we do. Tape measure made course equals measuring stick. You know what? I'm not going to question the logic. Like, it's more rough or coarse physically. It makes sense. And so what you would expect then is when we put, which we cannot put the stick, it's a shame, the stick back on in fine. I was hoping we would then get the tape measure back, but that's okay. So I guess we'll just try cross on fine. Clearly stick was useful to us somehow, which is why we're not allowed to kind of change it anymore. And we'll see. Oh, our objectives was to make a coarse object and a fine object. Yeah, there we go, cool. And for our fine object, we've got a fine cross, which becomes bullets. You really could sit here and test items all day. Oh my god, you'd need a whole D class for this. Actually, sign me up. I'll do it. That makes sense. And then instead of depositing the items, what we can do is maybe slide one through. Ah, okay. Not yet. One day. And deposit. So then how do I leave? Okay. Someone's watching the cameras. Oh my god, we got a million flamingos! I'm kind of scared to look away in case something bad happens. Right, okay, distracted, but I've got to know what's going on here. 1507 is the collective designation given to 30 plastic lawn flamingos. Every Sim's dream. Their behavior often results in attacks targeted towards Foundation staff. The only individual known to circumvent their behavior is Pol 1507, otherwise known as Leroy Day. The following are phone logs recovered from Pol 1507's phone following the acquisition of 1507. Text messages between Pol 1507 and one Mark Farman. It's fine, what's up, dude? Well, you keep your flamingos inside. Yeah, they don't really like the rain. What do you mean? They just don't like it. It gets inside them, bothers them, and all that stuff. Dude, I know you've been obsessed with them recently, but you realize they're not real, right? No, they move and they play with me. I just want you to see the flamingos. Alright, fine dude, I'm coming. See, I told you they play. I don't know why they don't like you. I guess they're overprotective of you. I'm sorry. This wasn't meant to happen. The 8th of the 3rd, 2012, a 911 call was received in the Clay Country area. A Foundation agent was sent out. When arriving on scene, the agent reported Pol 1507 attempting to unsuccessfully resuscitate another man, who was later identified as Mark Farman, that had multiple stab wounds, presumably caused by 1507. Stab wounds? What did you do? Replication status was successful. The pink flamingo replicas have a tendency to multiply when not observed, similar to their original counterparts. They also seem to be able to inexplicably escape confinement and replicate throughout the facility. Some instances of 1507 have been located outside of the facility. An MTF task force has been sent to terminate these instances. Termination successful. In case a member of the Replication Division locates a rogue 1507, they are to immediately terminate the instance by way of blunt force. Huh. Well, I guess, yeah, if you get one of them, you'll end up with 30. They're kind of eerie now you know they're alive. Always watching. Okay. So let's move on. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, shut the door, whatever. Okay. And we'll see what else we have to do. If we check our objectives, we now are solely on the offices on the upper floor game. Okay. But clearly, us doing that has enabled this guard to go here, which means he's probably not in the other room now. What's up? How you doing?
On bucket duty tonight. Fun times.
Oh, nice. What's up?
What's up? I can tell something's on your mind.
Just, thinking about some old friends of mine. That's all.
John has friends on the outside? Wait here until I go and share that bombshell with Ray.
They're not around anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pry.
That's fine. Been a while since they passed. Buddies of mine, from back when I was part of the MTF, before I got demoted down here. The reason I am here.
What do you mean?
We were part of an op gone south. An op that shouldn't have been given a green light in the first place. But hey, the monster was contained. What have we got to complain about? Shut up and wave your flags and medals.
What happened?
What was a calculated risk on their part, as they like to put it. What they didn't calculate was me being the only survivor. They should have just listened to what I had to say before the op, and no one would have gotten hurt. My suits never were ones for listening. They'd rather tell tales about all the SCPs they've contained, document them, and give them random numbers. But what you'll never find in those files is even a mention of all the lives laid down to secure those SCPs in the first place. I suppose that's just part of the job. Anyway, I wouldn't stop giving them hell. So they sent me on my merry way down here as a token of appreciation.
Do you miss them? Your friends?
Not a minute goes by where I wouldn't trade places with any one of them. And I feel like each additional one I get is a minute I didn't deserve. I've said too much. It's, not exactly something I like to talk about. But me not talking about it ain't gonna fix what they did.
And getting back at them would?
It'd make things a little easier, that's for sure.
Hopefully I'll have something to offer by the time this night's through.
You do that.
So we have a rogue security officer. Or at least one who's willing to go rogue. I like it. I like it. Interesting though, he raises a good point. You never do think about all the MTFs whose lives were laid down in the service of the Foundation. This is weirdly open. Like we've been in here before though. Okay, we need a map. And I remember there being a map here. We're there. We got to go up, presumably, because the bigwigs always live up. Just makes the most sense. The hangar elevator was probably locked down. I didn't remember seeing it in the hallway. So it's onwards and upwards, I would say. Yeah, let's do that. So cool, we have free reign of the facility. And I kind of like that while it may be a bit linear once you get to the areas, kind of up to you how you approach them. Sounds very fun. So the site coordinator's here in the level 3 keycard access room. We need to get level 3 keycard before we can do anything else. Makes sense. So maybe we can get some more items. Oh my god! I figured it out. It's just like in Containment Breach, right? We need to get the keycard, we need to shove it through the wall, then we can go down to 914. Yeah, and then we can upgrade it to a probably level 3. And then we can go and sneak into the dude's office. Easy peasy. Oh, that's kind of nice that they're using that kind of fundamental knowledge from Containment Breach for that. I've lost it. Oh yeah, I gotta sneak in. That makes sense. Nuh-uh. I'm not here. It's just a traffic cone. And I'm in. Slide it in. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. And then I don't really want to get caught on this side of the door because that's going to look bad. So let's at least wait a bit until we can sneak through here like this. There we go. Boom. Oh. Oh. Witness the flamingos attempt to break out of containment. They were keen. And also, how bad is that glass? Okay, nothing to deposit. Perfect. And presumably they wouldn't have let us in if there was nothing in our inventory. Or if there was something. Okay. Inquisitive bells are ringing. We know what we're doing. I'm assuming we're going to want to put it on fine because we would have to put it on fine in Containment Breach. Boop, 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 boop. Or very fine. But we don't have that option. And then hope that we haven't ballsed up our any permissions that we're ever going to get as a D-Class. Woo! And we get the level 3. Hell yeah. And then we're going to have to post it back through because there's no way we're going to be allowed out with it. They'll be like, hang on a minute, there's something in your inventory. Brilliant. Back in. Back out. Boom. Sneaking this way is a little bit tougher. I think I can do it. Do it. Nice. Grab the card. And then wait for the lights to come back around. Should have looked at some of the other SCPs. We have freedom now. What have we got? Level 6. Boo. Level 5. Boo. Level 6. Oh, come on. Let me open these at least. This looks so fun. I want a basic description. What is this? 16 pharmaceutical gel tablets created by an amateur parapharmacologist. In affiliation with an unknown assassin. Shortly after consumption of 3521, an extremely large number of unpeeled bananas will begin to manifest in the subject's stomach. It is believed this volume of bananas is intended to cause an acute lethal dose of ionizing radiation. While bananas do not contain trace amounts of radioactive potassium, the quality manifested induces the much more obvious causes of death of exsanguination, suffocation, or in most confirmed cases of 3521, gross crushed trauma from 9.15 million kilograms of bananas manifesting within the subject's stomach. Yeah, that makes sense. During processing at Site 92, D28491 was chosen for testing of 3521. Based on recovered video footage, after roughly 30 minutes, 28491 briefly complained about an intense stomach pain before expanding rapidly and disappearing under a quickly growing mass of bananas. The testing chamber was consumed in seconds, and a significant portion of the site's lower levels were destroyed in minutes. Wow. That's fun. And the replication was a success. A fraction of a tablet of this, 3521, has been administered to D-class subordinate 5324. Upon consumption, the recipient has indeed begun expanding rapidly and has disappeared under a quickly growing mass of bananas. The number of bananas is roughly the size our researchers had predicted. Cleanup crew were requested at SCP-R-3521's chamber. Further production of R-3521 tablets has been approved by the site coordinator. Why? So it can be death by bananas for anyone who betrays the Foundation? You better watch out over there. They'll get you with the bananas. I like that one. It's kind of fun. I like that we get some new ones in this game as well. Right, we have a level 3 though. So that means we can hop our way up the stairs, sneak in, and find out why we were here in the first place. What happened to our dad, why he ran away, and why we were forced into a life of crime. But first, we gotta do a bit of sneaky sneaks.
Why do we have to stay behind and guard this asshole? Who's gonna come for him? The bathtub?
Watch it. They might hear you.
Might do. I mean... Oh god, I'm gonna die. Oh my god. If they catch a D-class sneaking about like this in a restricted area, I am so toast. I'm also trying to assess my situation. I clearly can't go there, but I might be able to run across here and then round the back. Clearly can't get to where I want to go, which is this guy's office, because they're guarding it. And for some strange reason, they clearly don't know when I'm just going to walk out in front of them like this. Like, I feel like those goggles are not helping your situation. And then we can leave. Or we can go over here to the open door, which is probably more likely, because this looks pretty locked down. Interested in Jerry B. David's office? Oh my god, he's got some things going on here. It's probably some Easter egg of some sort. Not quite sure what to see. Okay, and then we're going to want to sort of get through here without being detected. Oh, come on, no! Yep, perfect. And we're in. Whose office is this? Oh, it's a meeting room. Okay. Well, good enough. Maybe we'll get some clues.
Commencing conscription interview with candidate 3546. Well, Annie, looks like you found yourself in a bit of a pickle. My. I have to say, looking at you, I never think you had all this felony in you.
Then why don't you look the fuck away?
Ooh.
Aren't you a peach? Luckily for you, I belong to an organization that can make all of this go away. You could walk out that door and put all this behind you like a bad dream.
Look, mister. I've been on the streets for a while now, and I've yet to see anything being up for grabs without something being asked in return. So why don't you level with me and spare me the bullshit?
Very well. We could use someone with your particular skills.
Meaning what?
Oh, I'm afraid I can't disclose our due diligence. But rest assured, we've been particularly diligent when it comes to you.
What's the catch?
No catch. Well, maybe a small one. There is a certain medication you would be required to take.
No.
I'm instructed to tell you that it could alter your memory, but
Oh, okay.
just between us,
Not the bananas.
I can assure you that it will. Allow me to leave you with this. When opportunity comes knocking, you do well to open the door. All you have to do is sign on the dotted line.
Not like I want to remember anyway.
Damn.
Wonderful. Welcome, Annie.
Get those orange pajamas on. You're a D class now. And then I was kind of like looking at this in the background, the sort of breach of... Is it 354 here? It's the red bucket. Everyone here is just kind of getting up and running. There's not really any big emergency. 6448. I'm assuming that's the not deer. Meeting summary. Changed key code password to replication chamber 9318 because of repeated break-ins by D-class personnel. D-class has stumbled upon the most reactive liquid that can be mixed with 354, the red bucket, which results in creating a horror beyond human comprehension. Meeting conclusion, do not create a glass of SCP-634 in the Liquid SCP Replicator and throw it into 354, the red bucket. That feels like an objective. 634, throw it into 354. Oh, 634 must be the bathtub, so we take the bath water and then we toss it into the replication chamber. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Oh, okay, right. Makes sense. Interesting. And then we can create a horror beyond imagination, which is, I don't know how that's going to help us quite yet, but cool. Oh my god, I'm so dead. Oh god, I thought they were blind, but they're only blind when you're on your hands and knees. Okay. Well. I wonder how far back we can actually get. Let's give it a try. What happens if we go the other way towards the elevators? I mean, they're meant to be guarding the dude's office, and he is right there. If I could really sneak past those guys, then they need to sort their life out, because that's crazy. That's just insane. I'm literally wearing bright orange pajamas. Oh, this is really cool. I remember reading about this. This is the golden monkey statue that just like tidies your stuff for free. And this will probably say it, right? Edward K. A bucket above the door frame? Really? A prank's a prank. Guess what was waiting for me at my desk this morning? The monkey is mine. We'll see about that. Bring it. Yeah, so this is a statue that shows up, I think, in your location or your space whenever you prank someone. It's like attracted to mischief. But it provides you with... yeah, to the cleverest. It provides you by just kind of keeping your desk tidy. Which is kind of nice. This is crazy. He's literally looking at me. Okay. We'll go. It's tight. This is madness. Come on, guys. You're meant to be the best of the best. Oh, alright, I'm in. Replication Division warning. The monkey statue known as 050 is not a replica and should not be here. Do not try to outprank your peers in an attempt to keep the statue. If it appears on your desk, notify your superiors. Please do not use 914 to make fine food. Try getting better at cooking instead. Now, you would be tempted if you worked here. Just to use them a little bit. Okay. No use here. Right. It's looking like scorched earth in here. The molten lava of the vents. Ooh, foreboding. Alright. We're getting to the director's office. Finally. We're gonna find out why our dad is here. I don't know if I want to be here with this guy in there. SCP bathtub in the armory. I don't even want to leave that in my sight. Oh, don't look away. Oh my god, it's like 173 on steroids. Okay, nice flamingo. Easy flamingo. Just gonna go around the corner and see what awaits us there. That's also looking pretty important, so I'm gonna come back. Hello. You like me, right? You like the nut deer. We're friends. We're buds. I mean, I know it said to get rid of them, but like, no. And I know that we work for the SCP employee, but no. You can't just destroy replicas like that. Okay, let's just take a step back. On one hand, yes, if you were to kill or let one of these SCPs out, then yes, it's going to duplicate and it will make 1 million or maybe exactly 30 flamingos, and then those would go and terrorize the world, and then maybe each of them would get separated and make the same.
Sound off if you're doing good.
But it's a life!
Sounding off.
You know, I was a gunner, not a shrink in the TAC team. You sure you're okay?
Yeah, it's just I've got a lot on my plate.
Annie
The hell was
didn't have
that?
any part of what's on that plate by any chance. Would she? Oh, come on, Ray. It's harder to miss than to spot at this point. You light up the place whenever she's around.
An office fling is the last thing I need. Not with everything else. that's
Annie.
going
Look, all I know is, if you found someone that makes you forget about all the bad things on the outside, even for a little while, that's all that matters. Fuck everything else. But I think you deserve that.
on. Maybe you should have been a shrink after all.
Consider this roll call concluded. I'll see you in an hour.
Damn. I mean, I'm really kind of like going off the rails here. I need to go to the office. But also, we've got this little SCP running around here, which is the same one from Containment Breach, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember what they're called, but it's so cute. There's 2 of them. God, these vents go everywhere. My God, it's like a gold mine in here. Okay, so we got to go up and we got to do the thing that we kind of came here to do, which was to sneak into the guy's office and see if we can find out any information about our dad or why he's necessarily interested in us. Let's do that bit first, scratch it off, and then we're ready to go.
It can't be. If she's still in there, how come time is affecting her differently? Yes! The temporal polyvalence is why. Brilliant. You're brilliant.
The temporal polyvalence. He's gone, right? Won't budge. Okay. Cool. So is he looking for his wife? And also, you know, crazy theory here, but just based on the information we've got, we didn't see the guy's face. I'm thinking director's dad, and I'm thinking he's looking for Mum, who mysteriously died when we were young. It's gonna be like an Ant-Man thing, you know. She went too small, got stuck in the atom somewhere. Gotta go get her out. Does this budge, by the way? It does. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is the firing range? Are you sure you want to be in here? There's another one of those as well. Oh, am I just the flamingo slaughterer now? Shh. Shh, la da da, I'm not here. Don't mind me. Yeah! Okay. And I did question why I was destroying flamingos before, and I still don't like the idea. But I'm doing it because I'm role-playing Annie, and Annie likes it. She's just doing her job, being a good citizen, making sure the flamingos don't murder people. You coming with? Gonna sit there looking all cute? Whoop. Oh, it's both terrifying and really cool at the same time. I love it. Just two little drones zooming around. Come on, come back. Let's go. Alright, nice. Don't know much about that SCP. It looks like a human eyeball though, so that's kind of creepy. And there's its friend. I think they come in pairs. There was a red one and an orange one in Containment Breach at least. Need to look them up. Okay, it seems like we're back on track though. Really what we need to do is we're going to go and get the glass to go and make that fluid, right? So that's the plan. And then we have to kind of make a replication of that. Cool. Hopefully John doesn't see me just kind of like crawling around in here. La-di-da. And we're back. How you doing? Nothing to say. Perfect. So how do I get a glass? And that means I have to go to the replication chamber. Now I'm not sure if the replication chamber has a level 3 keycard. If it does, I'll be impressed. Oh no, the replication chamber was a key code. Okay, well it was. Never mind. We have access to all areas, apparently.
Changed key code password to replication chamber 9318.
So welcome to the magic of where it all happens. Where the SCPs get cloned. Oh, this is... Oh my god, they just know how to make this look cool. Wow, I mean I see like SCPs in chambers over here. This is looking awesome. Oh, and they've all got text. Yes! Books! Okay. Let's have a look. What are we dealing with here? Print status in progress. It prints them? It's like a giant 3D printer? I gotta look in the middle. What is this? What is Scoop? This kind of looks like the top side of 914 almost. Okay, what do we got here? This was 572. It's a sword. Interesting. I'm not going to read all of this. This is just insane. We'll just look at the replication status. Successful. SCP-R572 is identical to its original counterpart. All D-Class personnel testing the weapon have developed beliefs of the weapon's balance and cutting power, even though the weapon is obviously of substandard quality and usefulness. Huh. Very fun. What's next? Print status done. Oh! Can I just pick these things up? Oh, come on. This is 5696. 5696 is a standard .38 revolver in both function and design. The weapon bears an engraving on one side of the barrel reading, "Finish this job, kill that," swear word. When SCP-5696 is held in the right hand of a subject and the cylinder is opened using that hand, the subject will be displaced into SCP-5696 Instance A. 5696A refers to an alternative dimension consisting primarily of a nightclub named the Dying Roses, a building that was once located at Division Center Chicago, which was closed in 1956. Displaced subjects will find themselves dressed in formal attire appropriate for the early 1930s regardless of what they were dressed in prior to displacement. When viewed upon immediate entry, the area surrounding the Dying Roses consists of empty space. 5696A will construct an environment dependent on the needs and requirements of 5696-1. During their shift into 5696A, the subject will experience a series of semi-predictable events. Events that occur can have varying outcomes or be prevented entirely based on the actions taken by 5696-1, while in Instance A, in some cases actions taken have led to notable and or unusual events occurring. That's really cool. So this is kind of like a gun that when you open the cylinder in your right hand, you get transported to probably an area that's like an assassination type thing, and you kind of go into that scenario. This is just my guess. Clearly there's more to read about that, and you can definitely read about it on the wiki, because I'm sure that this is on there. The replication status is partial. While the general function and design of the weapon has been successfully replicated, the alternative dimension the person wielding the weapon is teleported to differs significantly from the original. Like the original Instance A, the copy is an alternative dimension consisting primarily of a nightclub named the Dying Roses. However, the environment surrounding the nightclub does not bear any resemblance to the 1930s Chicago. Instead, it appears to be a future version of Chicago, by most indicators, the year 2243. The semi-predictable events that ensue appear similar to those of the original SCP. Oh, so it's the same, but just like in the future. That's super cool. And I bet that gun is just like super outdated then. Okay. Oh god, oh, this is the worst outcome. I can get around for it. Oh, there's so much. There's a whole playground in here. Oh, I love this so much. I also love that you can just skip it entirely. But why would you? Oh, is this I am toaster? Print status done? I bet it is. 426. Maybe? Yeah. When any human being mentions me, they inadvertently refer to me in the first person. We played this in SCP Secret Files. That's really cool, the I am toaster. So, they were able to replicate it. I've been replicated quite successfully, evident from the way I'm written in this text. After continuous 2-month exposure to me, D-Class pushed his fingers into an electrical outlet, appearing visibly aroused from electrocution, all the while repeating the words, "I'm alive! I'm alive!" Very cool. What's this one? Potato. Oh god, there's so much text. Jesus Christ. Object class Euclid yellow. 2636 to be kept in a standard organic material containment locker. What is it? What is it? Where is she? 2636 is an uncooked red potato. If any organization maintains possession of 2635 for an entire calendar year, 1/2 of all members of said organization will die as a result of spontaneous combustion. 2635 is also believed to possess some anti-mimetic properties, as such events and their consequences go almost entirely unnoticed by the world at large. 2635 does not degrade or decompose. It's believed to have been created by one or more members of the artist collective known as Are We Cool Yet sometime in the early 2000s. Recovered documentation has indicated that the piece was created by a single member of the collective too, as is titled Metafate on Tuba, piece 3 of 6. To date, none of the other 5 other implemented instances have been discovered. That is nuts! And also, if it's just the organization, if you give it to a group of any kind, will that group be halved? I wonder. Status failed! As of writing, the potato replica exhibits no anomalous properties. It's just a potato. Several researchers and D-Class personnel have proposed cooking failed 2635 instances for the purpose of feeding Foundation staff. Researchers with higher clearance have repeatedly rejected these proposals. Researchers note, why does it always come out yellow? Huh. Alright, 2 more. We've got this, we can do it. Oh, it's currently printing! Oh, that's so awesome! So there's some form of, like, SCP resin in there? I mean, you might be thinking, oh, that's completely unbelievable, but, like, come on. We've got a potato that can kill half of any organization it's in. It's not out of the realms of possibility. What do we have here? 2950. Description. 2950 is a metal folding chair. Its anomalous effect causes those who sit in it to experience elevated levels of comfort that do not correspond to the chairs of similar composition and style. Individuals that sit in the chair report that they feel as if they need to sit in the chair constantly and are often hostile when asked to leave their position. Testing has indicated that the longer an individual sits in it, the more difficult it is to remove them. Ah. How's it going? Success! Individuals sitting in the chair appear to experience elevated levels of comfort that do not correspond to the chair's appearance. All further testing is to be stopped immediately. I could really do with a chair like that. I mean, I could just sit here and record all day, and no one could get me out. It'd be fantastic. And then here we get SCP-323. What are you? Examine all SCPs in the replication chamber. Yeah, that's it. We're the nerds. We're going through it all. 323 is the skull of an unidentified cervid with a pair of antlers. The rear of the skull features an approximately centered ovoid gap. The gap shows signs of tool use, indicating that it was carved with tools. 323 displays the ability to react to oral, tactile, and visual stimuli. It's capable of limited locomotion, typically in the form of small movements and vibrations. 323 exerts an influential effect in a radius extending roughly 15 meters from itself. I'm just going to switch to this mode. Blah, blah, blah. Individuals within this radius begin experiencing cannibalistic thoughts and urges. Individuals will attempt to place their heads through the gap present in the back of 323. If an individual is incapable of fitting their heads through the gap, attempts will be made to bludgeon their heads against nearby hard surfaces until the point of the individual's head fits. Oh my god. The individual loses consciousness or the individual expires. Once the individual has fit their head through 323, the individual is classified as 323 Instance 1. Within 10 minutes of putting the mask on, 3231 will experience a rapid loss of body fat, body hair, and pigmentation, followed by the rupturing of the distal phalanges from the fingertips of normal tool growth, and the blackening of extremities consistent with frostbite. Sounds a bit grim. 323 Instance 1's metabolism will experience a dramatic increase, requiring a constant caloric intake, with starvation occurring anywhere between 15 and 30 minutes. 323 Instance 1 will actively seek out and eat other individuals for sustenance until expiration. 323 Instance 1 will only feed upon humans. It is presumed that 323 Instance 1 is capable of receiving sustenance from other sources, but chooses not to. During the pursuit of individuals, SCP-323 Instance 1 has been known to occasionally make various statements in the 7 Ojibwe, Potawatomi, and Cree languages, as well as in the native language of the instance. So this is like the Wendigo mask. Replication status failed, with no further details. I'm surprised that's not in more SCP games. Put it on, kind of like do a big werewolf transformation into the Wendigo, and then kind of pop out. Nasty. SCP Liquid Replicator. Input the number of a liquid SCP and let it drip. Not satiated with the result, empty the cup down and drain and start again. Only trained professionals are permitted to handle this machine. Oh my god, we can fill it with liquid anything. It's like the liquid vending machine. But different. I wonder if it stems from the same thing. I'm getting far too carried away with this. Right. Can we do 173? Can't synthesize that value. Boo! Liquid 999? Oh! No way! Oh! I can't! Oh, I want the cup. SCP-999 dripped in a cup. That is the best thing I've ever seen in my life! I'm so happy! We just got it now! What? Oh my god! Empty the cup first. No! No, you can't take that from me. This is mine now. Oh, this is the best thing that's ever happened. That is so good. You know what? Just because I want to keep it longer, we're going to end the episode there. So that's it. And then I get to keep it for like a whole few days before I have to do this again. Okay. Thank you very much for watching. That was exciting. Let me know in the comments what other SCPs you would like to see put in the liquid chamber. See if we can kind of get some things going here. And see what other kind of Easter eggs we can find. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching. Hope you're having a great day wherever you are. And I will see you all in the next time. So until then, goodbye!